Howdy everyone, this is your buddy BP. It is August 26, 2016, Friday, which means that it is Zor Day, and as you can tell here by the little emblem, he is somewhere here in the tower. So let's see if we can find him and take a gander at what he's got this week. And here he is at the big double doors right outside where the speaker is. I think he was here a couple weeks ago, in fact. Well, oh well, let's see what he has.
The Nine wish to speak to you.
Titans this week will get the EMPYREAN BELLICOSE. It has an intellect and discipline build. Its perks include inverse shadow, heavy lifting, and infusion. Its exotic perk, anti-grav thrusters. Aiming weapons while in the air will hold you in place for a short time, and orbs collected while your super is full will recharge your melee ability. I actually really like this one, though I gotta say it's more of a PvP helmet. This combo is really nice with any type of weapon that has the Icarus ability, which gives you bonus accuracy while midair. Makes it much easier to land consistent shots, and it's just a lot of fun. You can just sort of hover in place, you can ambush enemies around corners, you can just sort of hover in a corner right above a doorway and wait for an enemy to walk by and just wham, hit them with a headshot. Pretty damn fun, and it looks cool too. It's got this sort of pearl white design. It's very sleek, very elegant. It looks like it has all these mechanical parts underneath it, like it's got this sort of steampunk aesthetic to it almost. Very nice. The part about getting bonus melee energy from collecting orbs when your super is full, not all that exciting. And I gotta say, there's not a lot of use for this in PvE either, but in PvP, if you like using your Titan, this thing could be really fun. I enjoy using this. It might not be the most practical exotic armor to use, depending on what kind of weapons you're using or what kind of map you're on, but it is fun, and I would definitely recommend it if you don't have one. So if you have the coins, go ahead and grab yourself one of these. Unless, of course, you're not really into PvP, then which in that case, I say you could safely skip it. Hunters this week will get the GRAVITON FORFEIT. It has an intellect and strength build, which I like. Its other perks include inverse shadow, heavy lifting, and better already. Its exotic perk, elusive shadow, unlocks the Night Stalker subclass node shade step for free, which gives you an evade when you tap the O button twice. I don't know what it is on the Xbox. I think it's B, but you know what I mean. You've seen this thing in action. It's really great for dodging and ambushing enemies, just kind of catching them off guard. Much like the EMPYREAN BELLICOSE, it's much more useful in PvP than it is in PvE. In PvE, you're not really going to be psyching out any enemies with your shade step, because, AI, the computer, just can't be psyched out like that. But against human opponents, this thing is pretty fun to use. So, and a lot of people who play Night Stalker just really love shade step, and this gives it to you for free. So instead of having to take that node at the end of your ability tier, you can just go ahead and take something else. Like, I'm trying to remember what it is. Oh my goodness, I'm having a brain fart at the moment. I just woke up not too long ago. But you know what I'm talking about. Gives you more room to adjust your character, your build, and Shade Step is just really fun to use. And it's a really cool looking helmet. You can't see the preview here, but it's got these really deep, bold, like magenta flames or fumes coming out from the front of it. It's very cool. People will notice when you're wearing it. It's very stylish. So yeah, if you like using your Night Stalker in PvP, this is a must-have. If you're not really into using Shade Step though, especially in PvE though, you can probably skip this. But for PvP Night Stalkers, definitely grab this one. Warlocks this week will get the Nothing Manacles. It has a discipline and strength build, which I also like. Its abilities include energy projection, momentum transfer, machine gun loader, and auto rifle loader. Its exotic perks is scatter charge, enables tracking for scatter grenades, holds an extra scatter grenade charge. This isn't as aggressive as it used to be. This was a year 1 exotic armor. And back then, the tracking for the scatter grenades was really freaking aggressive. It was almost like a little Yowlerhorn. They toned it down now in year 2, so they're not quite as deadly in PvP, but they're still a ton of fun. And it combos so well with Voidwalkers. Voidwalkers are easily one of, if not my #1 favorite subclass for Warlocks, just because the synergy that they have with all their abilities. I can't remember the ability where whenever you deal damage with your grenades, it triggers the energy drain effect, which reduces the cooldown for your next grenade, and you can just use that, and you can use your strength to get your energy drain back up faster for your melee, so you can just get your grenades back quicker, and the grenades stack twice. So you'll always be having grenades, and you can just chuck them everywhere and annoy enemies behind corners. They're really good in PvE whenever you have something like Void Burn on. You can just easily kill lots and lots of enemies, and they're such a delight to use. And in PvP, they especially shine, and they're really great for taking out enemies that are behind cover, or catching them off guard, or getting them to move out of a capture point or a zone or something like that. And they're just delightful, and they're really cool to use. I mean, they're really cool looking. They kind of remind me of the Sunbreakers. They have these sort of glowing forearms, except where the Sunbreakers, they were kind of like an orange glow. This one has sort of a purplish glow with little like energy arcs coming off of it. Very, very nice. This is one I think is a ton of fun to use, and it's the one I primarily use on my Warlock whenever I play as my Warlock. So if you really like your Voidwalker, and if you especially like scatter grenades, this is a must-have. Definitely grab this one. We get a weapon this week, Universal Remote, which incidentally happens to be the weapon I'm currently equipped. It has smooth ballistics, soft ballistics, and CQB ballistics. Its perks include crowd control, hammer forged, lightweight, and snapshot. Its exotic perk, Universal Remote. Range and precision damage greatly increases when you're aiming down the sights. Also, and it doesn't explicitly mentions it here, but it can also be fitted in your primary weapon slot. It is the only shotgun in the game that uses primary ammo. This thing has become increasingly popular in PvP ever since they nerfed the special ammo drop, so you can't use conventional shotguns quite as frequently anymore in PvP. But this thing doesn't use special ammo, it just uses plain old-fashioned primary ammo, and you can just go crazy with it. And it's really, I gotta say, it's surprisingly effective. Don't let those base stats fool you. The base stats may look underwhelming, but wow, when you're aiming down the sights of this thing, you can get a lot of distance with the damage, especially if you land a few of those pellets on the head. And of course, you get hammer forged, you can boost up that range even more. It's pretty damn sweet, and they're really great with the no backup plans, which I also have equipped, so I can just use it to always have my force barrier up. And of course, you can run it with different combos. You can run with a shotgun and a sniper rifle. You can run it with a shotgun and a fusion rifle, a shotgun with a sidearm. Hell, you can run it with 2 shotguns at the same time. That's kind of what I got. I got my Universal Remote, and bam, I got my Mobius here. I believe that's what it's called. Yes, Mobius, the shotgun used for the Titans. Very nice. It's a really nice combo with this build, I think. It's just a ton of fun. And this thing is just devastating PvP. I really hate to be in a Crucible match this week, now that he's selling this, because you know this is going to be everywhere. So yeah, you might want to go ahead and pick this up, so avoid a lot of heartache from getting pegged with this thing in PvP. So yeah, Universal Remote, definitely one of my favorite exotics. Go ahead and pick it up. Legacy Engrams. For body armors this week, they're 29 strange coins apiece. Also, glass needles, 3 strange coins, 3 motes, and 1 exotic shard will net you 3. 3 of coins, you can get a pack of 5 for 7 strange coins. And heavy ammo synths. Yes, Smite is, the update is installed. Thank you for that. I thought I turned off notifications, but whatever. Heavy ammo synths. You get a pack of 3 for 1 strange coin. And that just about does it for this video. I think we got some nice stuff this week. That Graviton Forfeit is great. So are the Nothing Manacles, and of course Universal Remote. Everyone loves Universal Remote, at least they do until they get killed by it, right? Am I right? Let me know what you think in the comments section. I love hearing back from you, and I try to respond to as many people as I can. And don't forget to spank that like button if you enjoyed the video or if you found it helpful in any way. Your support means a lot to me. And as always, y'all be good to each other, and I will see you in the next video.